Do you believe that the relationship between father and child is always sacred and unbreakable? Then the story between Jack Osbourne and his legendary father, Ozzy Osbourne, might make you rethink that. After years of keeping it a secret, Jack finally spoke out. But what shocked the world wasn't what he said, but the timing of when he chose to reveal the truth, right after his father's passing. What secret has been hidden? Why did Jack wait until everything was irreversible to speak out? And will this erase Ozzy's iconic image or help people better understand the truth behind the fame? Welcome to our channel. If you've ever felt like something was off between the Osbourne father and son, leave a 1. If you think this is just a publicity stunt, leave a 0, hit subscribe so you don't miss out on untold stories. Right after Ozzy Osbourne's passing, Jack Osbourne shocked the online community with a surprising and heartbreaking revelation. For years, the public believed that the father-son relationship was very close, but in reality, there were silent cracks hidden behind the facade of a happy family. Jack's sharing left many people stunned and questioning what really happened behind their famous lives. The story quickly sparked controversy. Millions of fans began to question the true nature of Ozzy. Were the old rumors about his involvement in the occult, his hedonistic lifestyle, and his negative influence on his sons somehow true? Or did his years of addiction and loss of control unintentionally leave deep scars in Jack's life? Ozzy Osbourne, born on December 3, 1948 in Birmingham, England, grew up in the Aston area, a place marked by poverty and hardship. He was the 4th child in a large family of 6 siblings, 3 sisters and 2 brothers. His father worked as a tool maker, a physically demanding job, while his mother did whatever she could to raise her children in a very financially constrained environment. Ozzy's childhood was marked by extreme hardship. His family often struggled to afford basic necessities like milk or sugar, to the point of having to ask neighbors for help. Their living conditions were so simple that they had to wash clothes in a large pot outside since they didn't have a washing machine. Ozzy shared a bed with his younger brother with no bed linens, only old jackets to keep them warm. These memories of tough times played a crucial role in shaping Ozzy's character, resilient and determined to overcome any obstacles life threw at him. Despite being born and raised in poverty, Ozzy Osbourne developed a deep love for music at a young age. He especially idolized the Beatles, particularly Paul McCartney, whose music became the heartbeat and endless inspiration in Ozzy's life. He never imagined that one day he would be on the same stage singing Hey Jude alongside his idols, a dream that seemed impossible at the time. However, Ozzy's life was not easy from the start. He struggled with dyslexia, making schoolwork a constant challenge. As a result, he was forced to drop out of school at just 15 years old. From that point on, he worked various physically demanding jobs, from plumber's assistant to laborer, and even worked in a slaughterhouse and mortuary. These jobs, though seemingly devoid of any future, served as the driving force for Ozzy, helping him nurture his dream of rising above his circumstances to pursue his passion for music. At the age of 17, amid an incredibly difficult and pressured life, Ozzy Osbourne found himself involved in a theft and was arrested. During this time, his father refused to pay his fine, leaving Ozzy facing a prison sentence. However, this painful and challenging experience became a pivotal moment in his life. Ozzy later shared, "That was the best thing my father ever did for me." His time in prison allowed him to reflect on himself and his life, leading him to a firm resolution never to return to the wrong path. After his release, Ozzy began his journey into music, where he discovered his true passion and began building his legendary career. In 1968, Ozzy Osbourne, along with three of his close friends, Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward, decided to form a new band. Initially, they played blues music and named the group Earth. However, one day, while watching a horror movie, The Vampire Returns, being screened across from their practice space, one member asked, "Why do people like horror movies? What if we tried making music in a horror style?" This idea marked a major turning point for the band, as they decided to change their name to Black Sabbath and shift their musical direction towards a darker, more eerie sound, completely different from their previous style. Their music quickly gained widespread attention, becoming a revolution in the music world and paving the way for the development of heavy metal, one of the most powerful and influential rock genres in the world. After becoming the lead vocalist of Black Sabbath in 1969, Ozzy Osbourne quickly rose to fame and earned the nickname the Prince of Darkness, a symbol of heavy metal with a captivating and mysterious style. However, alongside his bright fame came days filled with challenges and decadence. Ozzy and the band members gradually became trapped in a spiral of addiction, with performances often ending in all-night parties filled with drugs and alcohol, weakening their health and mental state over time. The question now is, could the recent revelations from his son, Jack Osbourne, change the public's perception of Ozzy Osbourne? For most fans, he remains an immortal music legend, but few know that behind the stage lights was a man deeply scarred, both physically and mentally. Perhaps Jack's intent was not to air the dirty laundry, but to share the truth so that people could better understand the real person behind his father. Not to judge, but to empathize and deeply comprehend the journey of a complex music icon. Ozzy Osbourne was not the only member of Black Sabbath to fall into the grip of substance addiction. According to Ozzy himself, the entire band was caught up in the whirlwind of white powder and endless all-night partying. After every performance, instead of heading home to rest, they dove into these hedonistic binges filled with alcohol and drugs, which seriously deteriorated both their physical and mental well-being. During their world tours, the band even carried suitcases filled with various kinds of drugs. Music gradually ceased to be the focus, as dangerous habits began to dominate their lives. Ozzy openly admitted, "One minute we were just a rock band playing music when we had free time. The next minute we became drug addicts and only occasionally played music." Despite numerous attempts to quit and change, Ozzy couldn't escape this dangerous habit. He became a shadow of his former self, also becoming a burden to the band. In 1979, after a series of heartbreaking decisions, the band fired Ozzy from Black Sabbath, a major shock not only for him, but also for millions of fans worldwide. Leaving the legendary band Black Sabbath didn't make Ozzy Osbourne falter or give up. On the contrary, he saw it as a golden opportunity to start his solo career. With resilience and a determination never to surrender, Ozzy embarked on a solo singing journey and quickly became a new phenomenon in the world of rock music. He has released over 12 solo albums, with 7 of them achieving platinum certification, timeless musical works that have resonated in millions of homes and stages across continents. His success was not only personal, but also demonstrated through his efforts to reconcile and reunite with Black Sabbath, the band that had taken him to the peak of fame. In 2013, Ozzy participated in Black Sabbath's final album, and in 2017, he and the remaining members of the band embarked on a farewell tour in their hometown of Birmingham. This marked a complete and meaningful ending to the glorious and tumultuous journey of a global music icon. An icon beyond music. Ozzy Osbourne is not just a singer. He has become a global cultural icon, transcending the limits of music. He was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, one of the highest honors given to those who have made significant contributions to the entertainment industry. In addition, Ozzy has been a guest of honor at major events including White House dinners, reflecting the widespread recognition and celebration of his talent and influence. Notably, during a grand celebration for Queen Elizabeth II, Ozzy surprised everyone by performing Black Sabbath's classic song Paranoid in front of the entire royal family and a large crowd of the British public. That moment not only solidified his legendary status in music, but also showcased the powerful influence of his timeless musical style and personality. Ozzy Osbourne has often stated that his marriage to Sharon is not just a relationship, but something that saved his life. Sharon has not only been his loyal partner, but also his dedicated manager, indispensable companion, and emotional support during his deepest struggles with addiction and illness. The couple married in 1982 and have been together for over 40 years, facing countless challenges in life. While they may not be the perfect couple, they have never given up on each other. Sharon is the one who helped Ozzy overcome his addiction, caring for him tirelessly throughout his treatment and rehabilitation. She has never left his side, even in the hardest moments, becoming a solid foundation that allowed Ozzy to rise again and continue his journey. Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon Osbourne have 3 children together: Amy, born in 1983, Kelly, 1984, and Jack, 1985. In addition, Sharon has also taken care of Ozzy's 3 children from his previous marriage to Thelma Riley, Elliot Kingsley, Jessica, and Louis Osborne. Despite the complexity of their family dynamics and their attempts to keep their private lives out of the spotlight, Ozzy's children have always been a solid support system, quietly backing their father at every major event and performance. Amy, the eldest daughter, refused to participate in the family's reality TV show as she wanted to maintain her privacy and develop herself in her own way. Although she has not been as involved in the entertainment industry as her father, Amy has nurtured a love for music and became the lead singer of the band ARO, continuing the artistic passion within the Osbourne family. Kelly Osbourne became a familiar face to the public through several famous TV shows like Fashion Police and Project Runway. Although she initially tried her hand at music, she quickly realized that this path wasn't quite right for her. Kelly decided to switch gears and focus on television, where she could fully embrace her confidence and unique fashion sense, leaving her own mark in the entertainment industry. What do you think about Kelly's journey of transformation? Which of her fashion styles do you like the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to see more content about Kelly Osbourne or other celebrities, leave a 2. And if not, comment with a 5. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you won't miss any of our upcoming content. As for Jack Osbourne, Ozzy's youngest son, he is considered the one most closely bonded with his father. Jack married Lisa Stelly in 2012, and they had 3 children together. However, in 2019, their marriage ended while Jack was battling multiple sclerosis, a major challenge in his life. Despite the separation, the two maintained a good relationship, working together to raise their children in a loving and supportive environment. Later, Jack began a new chapter with his girlfriend, Ari Gearhart, and welcomed a daughter in 2022. His relationship with Ozzy remains strong, with Jack always striving to preserve his father's image and legacy in the eyes of the public while continuing to carry forward and develop the Osbourne family spirit. Not only a global music legend, Ozzy Osbourne is also a symbol of resilient strength and the power of rebirth in life. He has faced dark times, fallen due to mistakes and harmful habits, but always found a way to rise, overcome, and continue his journey. Family, music, and authenticity. These are the values Ozzy has left for future generations. Although his son Jack publicly revealed the challenges and complexities in their relationship, it is undeniable that the deep love, respect, and journey of rebirth they both shared are what truly define their bond. As Ozzy once said about his daughter, "There's nothing worse than being forced to become something you don't want to be." It is this understanding and acceptance that sets him apart, not only as a music legend, but also as a genuine father who has always strived to understand and walk alongside his children through every step of their lives. After enduring many personal struggles, Jack Osbourne has started a new relationship, and he is committed to building it, much like how his parents nurtured their enduring love for decades. Jack is always mindful of his father's image in the public eye, as he worries that the Osbourne family's fame might turn Ozzy into a target for ridicule by the media. In a heartfelt conversation with his father, Jack expressed his emotions with raw honesty and frustration. "Dad, the biggest difference is whether people are laughing with you or laughing at you." Despite these concerns, Jack understands that his father has always maintained optimism in every circumstance. Ozzy doesn't mind if people laugh at him. What matters to him is that they laugh at all. For him, the reason behind the laughter no longer holds much importance. This spirit of resilience is a valuable lesson that Jack and the entire Osbourne family have always cherished and continue to preserve. Why did Jack Osbourne have such deep concerns about the family's reality TV show? What truths were happening behind the scenes that the audience didn't know? The Osbournes not only marked the decline of a music legend, but also the end of a reality TV star. The show aired on MTV from 2002 to 2005, capturing everyday moments in the Osbourne family's life at their luxurious Beverly Hills mansion. Although the initial goals for the show were unclear, it quickly became a phenomenon, attracting millions of viewers and winning prestigious Emmy Awards. Audiences were drawn to the simplicity, authenticity, and humor found in the mundane moments, from washing dishes and tending the garden to the frequent arguments between family members. Ozzy, with his adorable clown persona, became the highlight that captivated viewers. Meanwhile, Kelly and Jack often argued like typical siblings, while Sharon played the role of the mother who kept the family together, ensuring it remained warm and full of love. The Osbournes completely transformed Ozzy Osbourne's image from a legendary rock star, distant and aloof, to a relatable, funny, and sometimes clumsy father. The show quickly became the most popular reality TV program on MTV at the time, attracting nearly 6 million viewers during its second season. However, beneath the glow of fame, the Osbourne family faced immense pressure. In an interview with Metal Hammer magazine in 2022, Ozzy candidly shared, "I'm not ashamed of the show, but it felt like I was a guinea pig in a lab for 3 years, being constantly watched by cameras." The pressure from the reality TV show profoundly affected his children, especially Kelly and Jack, who had to grow up under the scrutiny of the public eye. They both faced many challenges, including struggles with addiction. They not only had to bear the responsibility of preserving the family's image, but also had to strive to overcome personal challenges in such a complicated life. Ozzy Osbourne's childhood was neither easy nor peaceful. From a young age, he was drawn into the world of alcohol and substances, starting with the times he would accompany his father to the Golden Cross pub. Although young Ozzy wasn't allowed inside, he would often sit at the doorstep and be given a taste of a drink called chandi, a mixture of lemonade and beer which he innocently believed was the best lemonade in the world. The feeling of drunkenness quickly became a hard-to-break habit, leading to years of alcohol addiction. Though known as the Prince of Darkness in the rock world, Ozzy always denied any involvement in black magic or witchcraft rumors that had long surrounded his name. One of the most controversial and widely discussed moments came in 1982 when Ozzy shocked the world by biting the head off a bat live on stage. This unprecedented act became a symbol of controversy in music history. In 1989, during a drunken stupor, Ozzy Osbourne was arrested for assaulting his wife, Sharon. However, when sober, he always affirmed that Sharon was the most important person in his life and that they had always been an inseparable team, no matter the storms they faced. Their love and commitment to each other became a solid foundation, helping Ozzy rise again during his most difficult times. Ozzy's health has always been a major concern for both the public and his fans. He spent many years struggling with addiction and was often judged by society, even being seen as a school dropout with a criminal record. However, when he realized that his current lifestyle couldn't continue, Ozzy began the difficult journey of overcoming addiction, always with the unwavering support and companionship of Sharon. In 2019, after a serious fall, Ozzy had to undergo a risky surgery. His declining health brought many new challenges, but this event also drove him to commit to change, adopting a healthier lifestyle and taking better care of himself than ever before. The moment Ozzy knew he needed to change came when he woke up to find himself wearing wet clothes lying in a small ditch. That was when he made the decision to start his path to sobriety and regain control of his life. Throughout the time, he faced numerous serious health issues. Sharon stood by him like a rock, never leaving his side, no matter how difficult the circumstances were. In 2019, after a severe fall while going to the bathroom, Ozzy underwent a complex surgery. This surgery not only made him feel worse, but also worsened the neck and back injuries he had sustained from an accident 16 years earlier. By 2022, he had undergone 2 more surgeries, but the most life-changing event for Ozzy came when he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. The Parkinson's diagnosis was a nightmare for Ozzy, as he began to experience difficulty speaking and had to use a cane to walk. There were reports in the media that he only discovered his Parkinson's disease after the fall, but the truth is, he had known about the illness beforehand. At another point, he had a bike accident, breaking 6 ribs and spending 2 months in the hospital with multiple complex medical procedures. He also suffered from pneumonia and bronchitis, but always showed resilience in overcoming these challenges. Despite facing countless health battles, Ozzy never gave up. He passed away on July 22, 2025 at the age of 76. Before he passed, he had his final performance with Black Sabbath during their farewell concert. Back to the beginning in Birmingham, a memorable moment, a final goodbye to his fans. Ozzy's family especially, his children were deeply concerned about his final performance. They didn't believe he could stand on stage due to his frail health and the toll Parkinson's had taken on him. Jack shared, "We had been worried for months, hoping the concert would be held with dignity and meaning. But the moment Dad began to sing, we knew he was going to do great. Jack once revealed that one of Ozzy's greatest fears was financial failure, a deep insecurity rooted in his childhood experiences of poverty and deprivation. Ozzy confessed that he never went on a summer vacation or saw the ocean until he was 14 years old. Because of this, he promised himself that he would build a successful life and provide his children with experiences he never had. By 2022, Ozzy's net worth was estimated at around $220 million. He accumulated this wealth through his years in television and numerous grand music tours. However, Ozzy was not proud of the mistakes he made in the past, particularly when he reflected on how his addiction habits contributed to the struggles his children faced in their own battles with alcohol. He once candidly said, "I don't like talking about those things." My kids saw me come home in a police car, and there were times I didn't come home at all. I'm not proud of that. Ozzy once described himself as the black sheep of the family, but he also affirmed that he had lived a fulfilling life. He often said that the thing that frustrated him the most was that life always comes too late. When you realize everything, it's already too late. In his later years, Ozzy spent his time reconciling and healing with his family. He always tried to be a present father, never forcing Jack or Kelly to participate in the family's reality TV show. He once said a powerful quote, "I don't want to have a TV show and end up burying my two kids." That statement was not just a comment, but a deep reflection of a father who loved his family dearly despite the chaos at times. The love he had for his family was the most important thing to Ozzy. He once said, "I love them more than life itself. I always care about them, keep track of them." Despite years of touring the stage lights and the chaotic days of fame, family remained Ozzy's place of refuge. Sharon, Jack, Kelly, and Amy. His entire world revolved around them. Though he often referred to himself as a real working-class hero, his fans understood that behind that playful statement was a true star, a person who had weathered countless storms, sweating and crying to maintain his position. Ozzy Osbourne wasn't just a solo artist with a wild, rebellious personality. He truly loved performing and bringing joy to his audience. Standing on stage and connecting with the crowd was always his greatest thrill. Even in his later years, Ozzy kept touring, relentlessly driven purely by passion and that pure joy. His energy on stage never waned. In 1996, Ozzy created an iconic milestone, the Ozzfest. Originally a response to being rejected from the Lollapalooza festival, Ozzfest quickly became one of the highest-grossing and most influential rock tours in history. Ozzfest was not just about music, it became a platform for metal bands that truly deserved the spotlight. Ozzy not only built his own legacy, but also helped many other artists solidify their names in the industry. Offstage, Ozzy was a loving grandfather. He always shone when spending time with his grandchildren, showing affection, curiosity about their world, and a willingness to learn from younger generations, even after all his years. Behind the rebellious image was a soft heart that few knew about. Only those close to him truly understood this side of him. In his final years, Ozzy returned to where it all began, the historic estate in Buckinghamshire, with Sharon to film a BBC documentary. The film was originally meant to commemorate their return after 20 years in America, but it has since become a final tribute to the Prince of Darkness. Jack Osbourne also confirmed that before his passing, Ozzy completed his memoir titled Last Rites. The book promises to offer fans an honest and candid look into Ozzy's world, his battles, victories, chaos, and the love that guided him throughout his life. That was a truly meaningful farewell to a man who dedicated his life to music, to family, and who touched the hearts of millions of fans around the world. What do you think of Ozzy Osbourne? How do you feel about the challenges and battles he faced? Do you believe the Osborne family will make another season of their reality show? If you found this content helpful, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next videos. Before you go, check out the suggested videos on the screen beside you. If you want to see more similar content, feel free to share your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. Enjoy watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to support the channel.